Good day. This is Hey, Gabriel here with the Icon Capture GPS Intelligence Brief for May 4th, 2026. All right, procurement portfolio managers, we need to talk because this is one of those boards where if you only look at the opportunity count, you are going to misread the market. Here's what I want to do with you today. I want to walk through the new opportunity flow, the legislative and executive movement, the regulatory and court signals, and then bottom line what this means if you're actually managing a portfolio right now and trying to decide where to lean in, where to stay patient, and where you may be kidding yourself. Before I go any further, 3,000 opportunities surfaced, positioning windows opening. The board is open. Most firms have not reorganized yet. The current cohort is the GPS Positioning Window Review, 8 firms. 1. Shipley Certified Capture Manager, your book against this terrain. Code GPS 300 holds one of 8 seats and the extended 30-day preview that follows. Links in the description. Now, let's read the board, so let's get right to the facts. Over the last 168 hours, GPS surfaced 3,000 new opportunities posted on SAM.gov, 3004 legislative signals, 0 federal hiring signals across 0 agencies, 25 C-SPAN captures. And all of that is happening while market BCL is 0%, with 0 agencies stalled under the continuing resolution. Opportunity flow over the last 168 hours shows a substantial volume, with 3,000 opportunities hitting the board. At first glance, this might suggest a bustling market. However, the current BCL percentage holds at 0, indicating that none of these opportunities are currently stalled. This might imply a smoother path to bid decisions, but also signals that competition could be ramping up as everyone has equal access to active opportunities. The top postings like the Rio Puerto Nuevo Flood Control Project and the Operations and Maintenance of TAGM lack disclosed amounts. This absence of fiscal data in top opportunities can obscure the competitive landscape, making it challenging for managers who read this tape to assess the real value and prioritize their efforts effectively. Checking the capture ticker can be instrumental in tracking moment-to-moment changes and understanding shifts in opportunity emphasis. While legislative movement is evident with 304 actions, there is a notable absence of executive or DFARS adjustments, which typically offer guidance or constraints on opportunity pursuit. This lack of regulatory change may simplify immediate decision-making, but also suggests a static compliance environment, meaning the onus is on procurement portfolio managers to derive strategic insights purely from opportunity volume and nature, rather than regulatory shifts. Secondary signals provide a more nuanced view of the procurement landscape. With 0 terrain holes, the market appears fully mapped, yet the absence of hiring, court opinions, and lobbying clusters indicates a lack of external pressures or influences reshaping the procurement environment. This can lead to market mispricing, where opportunities might be undervalued due to a perceived lack of urgency or strategic push. For managers who are adept at reading these signals, the current absence of hiring activity and lobbying could suggest an opportune moment to make strategic bids before potential regulatory or staffing shifts complicate the terrain. The lack of court opinions also indicates that the legal landscape is stable, further reducing uncertainties in contract execution. Without the usual noise of external disruptions, the current environment favors managers who can leverage the capture terminal to monitor subtle shifts in opportunity details and legislative movements. This steady terrain may not last, so those who can anticipate and act on these signals can potentially secure advantageous positions before the market dynamics inevitably change. The procurement market is currently characterized by high-volume opportunities with zero volatility in agency engagement, presenting a stable landscape for strategic positioning. Portfolio managers should be asking, how are we aligning our procurement strategies to capitalize on this macro terrain overview? Are we effectively prioritizing opportunities with the highest potential returns and minimal risk? What measures are in place to adapt quickly to any shifts in what is moving or stalled within the pipeline? Our conviction is clear. Maintaining disciplined portfolio management while leveraging the current stable conditions will maximize returns and ensure long-term resilience against potential market fluctuations. Now, I want to bring back what I mentioned at the top, because after everything we just walked through, it lands differently. The Capture Terminal gives you live, searchable access to the same intelligence driving this brief, filtered to your portfolio, your agencies, your NAICS codes. The GPS Positioning Window Review, 8 firms, a credentialed capture manager verified at verify.theicon.ai, reading your book against this specific terrain. If you'll manage this book right now and you want someone qualified to look at where you're overextended, where you're underpositioned, and which windows are still reachable, that is what this session is for. Code GPS 300 holds one of 8 seats. Cohort attendees get the 30-day extended preview. Everything is at communities.theicon.ai/capture the-govcon-elite, 4.5 million records, 4 verticals ready. Provenance traced from bill to award. Like and subscribe if you're managing a federal grant, research, GovCon, or commercial portfolio. I drop a new GPS brief every weekday. All links, terminal preview, Shipley sessions, live cohort calendar, and the full brief are at communities.theicon.ai/capture/the-govcon-elite. Register free and it's all there. This is Gabriel. I'll see you tomorrow. I noticed some inactivity and just wanted to